Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show, coming to you from Geelong on a very cold Saturday morning. Absolutely freezing yesterday in Geelong on the Friday, but it's not much better today, I can tell you folks. Last weekend we saw a great round of matches. North Geelong, too good for the Tommy Tigers out of the Thompson Thunderdome, but the highlight was that Paul Brigade came back kicking 4 goals after his big Nika reconstruction from last season. Richie Holland's best on the ground for the Magpies. Belpost Hill, absolutely too good for the Anarchy-Roos. Justin Tarr and Joel Page sharing the goal kicking with 4 goals each. East Geelong continued with their great, magnificent form towards the end of the season. Too good for the Geelong West Cheetahs. Inverleigh, well, as predicted, too good for Crier, but Dalton Grundell kicking an astonishing 13 goals for the Inverleigh Hawks. Great effort indeed. And Werribee Centrals, well, they were too good for Bannockburn, with Tyron Monty Bruno kicking 3 goals for the Werribee Centrals Footy Club. And the 94.7 match of the day, the Belmont Lions continued this amazing winning streak, and they were too good for the Winchelsea Blues with Jason Duggan. So Jason or Jamie?
Jamie.
No, thanks very much. Jamie Duggan kicking 5 goals for the Belmont Lions. Hi, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I've assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football. Eradicate, adjudicate, communicate, articulate, but definitely not procrastinate. And the man who needs no introduction, who's giving me the absolute willies already this morning, Grubby Cations. G'day, mate.
Good morning, Vic, and g'day, viewers. And yeah, you're right, it's cold, but that's what footy weather's all about. We'll get to the footy today and have a great day.
Well, we've got a special guest coming on later in the show, and he used to play for the Basin up in the Dandenongs.
Oh, I tell you what, it'd be cold up there.
You reckon? I thought it might have been hot and dusty this time. They're going, I'm stupid. And of course, the fellow needs no introduction at all. Our newest panel member this year, also the hero of the cult segment, it's Alex Tigani. G'day, mate.
Dick, thanks for having me on another morning. And Grubby, the Centrals are back, I think.
They're back all right, mate. Don't worry about that.
All right, well, we'll have a look at the ladder as it stands at the moment. Of course, it's getting towards the end of the home and away season, with only about 2 or 3 games to go. There we have the Belpost Hill Panthers. Not much change there. They're still on top of the ladder. But breathing down their back of their necks is the North Geelong Magpies. And we said it before, that last home and away game, round 18, should be a very interesting game, but then goes to plan at the moment. It'll be like another final, or looking for that week's rest. Followed by the Inverleigh Hawks, East Geelong and Winchelsea. Now that's where it gets interesting after that, because Werribee Centrals and Bannockburn have still got a chance to make the 5 as it looks at the moment. The Belmont Lions, an amazing form reversal. They can't make it, but by crikey, what a magnificent finish to the year that they're having. Followed by Geelong West, Anarchy, Caraya and the Tommy Tigers, who will have a special guest on later in the show. We'll go to the goal kicking. And of course, we did say last week that Tom Mullane Grant looked like nobody was ever going to catch him. He's sitting on 64. Only got 1 goal against
Werribee.
Thanks very much, Werribee. With Dalton Grundell kicking an amazing 13 goals. He's moved right up and only 3 goals behind. You see that on your screen there, folks. Way down to Jones from East Geelong, who is on 35. Any comments about the game on Saturday?
Yeah, a couple of comments. And I'll tell you what, if you thought it was just about over the GDFL, look again, because Winchelsea fell at the hands of Belmont, which Werribee beat Bannockburn at Bannockburn, and all of a sudden last week we said Werribee are gone. They're back, they're with a chance. Belmont mathematically can make the finals, if you don't mind, but I reckon...
Mathematically, yeah.
Well, they'd have to beat North Geelong, which we don't think they can do. The goal kicking, you've already mentioned, what a magnificent effort from Dalton Grundell. It was over too, and now it's back on again. So, and I do want to mention... I was going to mention something about North Geelong too, and I forgot what it was, so don't worry about it.
You reckon I'm not allowed to talk about North Geelong? You're going to say something about it.
Well, I was just going to say, with Paul Briggy coming back,
yeah,
that is just unbelievable. That gives them another string to their bow, that does.
It's a bonus, there's no doubt about that. Well, speaking of the Belmont game last week, Grubby caught up with Dave McKernan, the coach of the Belmont Lions, and wait for this, folks, you're going to hear Grubby sing.
Close to the boundary line, Holmer picks it up. Kick it as long as he can. He gets slung as he gets the kick away. Garrison goes up.
That's a free kick against Lovett. He went straight at the man without the eyes on the ball.
Garrison's got it on centre wing. Just kick it long. Kick it him edge, for God's sake. Kick it him edge, for God's sake. He goes...
Siren! Siren's gone!
There you go.
Oh, what a game! What a day!
Menchie was screaming for the ball.
We're out here at the Jets Oval, not the Winter Reserve, but the Jets Oval, in front of a packed house today. I got the coach, the victorious coach, Dave McKernan from the Belmont Lions. But before we talk about the game, that was the best day of football I've had for a long, long time. I know it's hard for a coach to enjoy it, but geez, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, look, you're right. When we're playing well, it's really enjoyable. But when they start coming back or have a few patches, you just start trying to pull your hair out. But no, it was a good day. Both teams played fair and played well and played hard footy.
Mate, we said in the call, Belmont today, we'll concentrate on Belmont for a minute. Today, they showed us they had some class. They showed us they had some pace. They showed we had blokes up the forward line that could mark a bit. And, of course, Big Fisher punching it away from Minch. We showed all that, but I reckon the best thing they showed, when Winch come at yous, they showed something that I think's probably more important than them all. They showed character and a bit of heart.
Yeah, definitely. And look, and that's the thing, I think it comes with the leadership. A lot of them are now starting to believe and really want to lead the side. And when you get those guys that set up the play and really talk to each other, before the game we looked at each other in the eye and said we're going to come off the ground as 22, as like when we walk on. And I think that was what got them over the line. They're doing it together now.
Mate, we watched you at three-quarter time. We could hear Menchie, and he was obviously... They had something to play for this year, and you could hear him basically trying to will his players on. We couldn't hear you. Did you ever actually mention anything about you blokes have got something to play for because you go into next year?
Yeah, look, we probably mentioned a bit of both. It was a lot that they're going to come out and give us everything we got because they have a final spot in the game. We have to... What we can do is continue to develop and hurt teams like that. You know, we want to... You know, we'll come up against Werribee, Bannockburn in the next couple of weeks, and we want to try to make a difference to that final five. We want to have an impact on there. But the biggest thing we wanted to do was continue to improve from us for next year as well.
Well, the way you're going, I really, really hope you go well next week. Could you rest a few players the week after just to do the right thing? But look, mate, some of these kids, I can't believe... I know you said it about Harm, the way he goes in for the footy, and McKaylee, Harrison and Walsh. Look, there was a lot great players all around, but those blokes with pace in the middle, they were fantastic for you.
Yeah, look, they were. And the big thing for us is that they're beating their man as well. So there's one thing to be quick, but if your man gets a ball, it doesn't matter how quick you are if you're not standing next to him. So it's one of the things we're trying to use to our advantage is to really, you know, have that starting point of their opposition and then let's beat them one-on-one and then use that space to run with the speed that we have got.
Mate, look, I know it's a long way over here. Thanks very much for coming over and chatting to us. As I said, I've had one of the greatest days of footy I've had. So you blokes will celebrate hard into the night. Mate, thanks very much for coming over. All the best for the rest of the year, bar one game. And look, congratulations, a fantastic day of footy.
Beautiful. Thanks very much.
What about the theme song? Can you sing the theme song?
Look, I'm starting to get the hang of it now.
Well, Fipsy wouldn't sing it with me when Werribee won, so it's join in the chorus and sing it one and all.
That'll do, though.
That'll do us, mate. Thanks very much.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Sorry to inflict that on you folks after your lovely breakfast to hear Grubby singing that magnificent Belmont Lions theme song, but I suppose it was a bit of a special moment, there's no doubt about that, with the Belmont Lions playing some great footy at the moment. When we look at some flashbacks now, we go back to round 12, 1991, and I won't use the gag and say I probably had hair back then, but it was a long time ago, 14 years ago to be exact, and it's the Tommy Tigers out at the Thompson Thunderdome taking on the Cry Devils.
Finds a teammate in the centre of the ground, dodges around Armstrong, kicks the ball long. Oh, Thompson players spoil each other, kicked off the ground there. Demopoulos is in on the bottom of the pack for Thompson, and the umpires pinged him for holding the ball, and I quite agree, he didn't make any attempt to get rid of it. Got a Caraya player down here at centre half back too. Right, the free kick to be taken for Caraya, and it'll be taken by Graham Hobbs. Looks as though it might be a stretcher job, Noel.
Yeah, he doesn't have to move, does he? Well, let's see how we go with this goal.
Right, the kick.
Like he's having a bit of a no-no.
Number 13, is it? By the look of it, Mark Brown. Yes, I think it's number 13 in Mark Brown.
The accurate one, Barry Walker, strikes again. Right higher final quarter scoreboard. Thompson 16-12 at 108. Caraya 10-6-66, and I think the result is without a doubt now, boys.
Up they go. Backball beaten for it by Hutchison in the centre bounce. It's kick forward down where Boothroyd swoops onto it for Caraya. Tries a chip kick around the corner looking for Manson, and Manson's taking a mark half forward.
I went for Thompson too, didn't I?
He jumped in and got his own handball back, and Stevens has brought up his second goal.
Good goal, Steve-o. On the Ray Edwards Caraya Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard, and of course Gary Kerr's Northside higher shows that Thompson 17-13, 115 points. They've stretched their lead now to 48 points over Caraya 10-7-67, and this is another proud guest video production.
You stuttering and stammering there with the sponsor's name, Ron. Haven't you said it for a long time?
It's been a long time between drinks, Barry.
Yeah, it's easy.
I alluded to say that was Fano's fabulous footy flashbacks, and we'll be back with those again next Saturday morning. We're going to pay some bills and come back to talk Colts footy and a very special guest.
I'm gonna tell you how football is strong.